Alright, question number 2 is the coefficient of x raised to the power 4 in the expansion of x plus a whole raised to the power 6 is p, and the coefficient of x square in the expansion of ex plus 3 whole raised to the power 6 is q. It's given to you that p plus q is equals to 276. Find the possible values of the coefficient of a. This is not too much difficult, just only a trick is required in order to solve this question. So it would be easy for you if you first of all write down the data that is given to you first. So I'm going to write down the data that is given to me first. That is p plus q, which is equals to 276. Another thing that is given to me is coefficient of x4 is p, and coefficient of x4 having the equation you can write with the another marker, that is x plus a whole raised to the power 6. It means that whenever you are going to open x plus a whole raised to the power 6 by a binomial expansion, you have to find its coefficient of x raised to the power 4. It means that you have to expand this binomial expansion up to the point until you get x raised to the power 4, and that is equals to p. Another thing that is given to you is coefficient of x square is equals to q. Write down the expansion for x square, that is ax plus 3 whole raised to the power 4. Now first of all I just write down all the data that is given to me, then I can proceed further. Just like I told you, you have to expand x plus a whole raised to the power 6 up to the point until you are getting the coefficient of x raised to the power 4. Same thing you will do. You have to expand ax plus 3 whole raised to the power 6 up to the point until you are getting the coefficient of x square. So I'm going to open x plus 6 whole raised to the power 6 first. So it would be x plus 6 whole raised to the power 6. You know that how you can open the binomial expansion. That would be x square x raised to the power 6, 6c1, that is getted by from 6c0, x raised to the power 6 and a raised to the power 0 from that. So after that you have to write in another form like 6c1, and it would be x raised to the power 6 minus 1, a raised to the power 1, plus 6c2, x raised to the power 6 minus 2, and a square. Whenever you solve x raised to the power 6 minus 2, that gives you x raised to the power 4. It means that you have to expand this binomial expansion up to this point, because that giving you x raised to the power 4 coefficient. So expand your binomial expansion up to this point only. Now solve it. That gives you 6c2 x4 a square, that is equals to p. Just like I pointed out here in the second line, coefficient of x raised to the power 4 is p. I did nothing, just only put the relevant values over here and figure my value of 6c2 x raised to the power a square, which is equals to p. 6c2 can be opened by a calculator. That gives you 15. So it can be written as 15 x4 a square, which is equals to p x raised to the power 4, because that's the coefficient of x4. Here would be x4 also. That would cancel, and that gives you 15 a square, which is equals to p. It means that you got one of the value in the form of p, that is 15 a square. On a similar manner, you have to open the second binomial expansion, that is ax plus 3 whole raised to the power 4. I'm going to open here. Ax plus 3 whole raised to the power 4 can be opened as ax whole raised to the power 4 by same meaning, just like I did for first one, plus 4c1 ax whole raised to the power 4 minus 1, 3, plus 4c2 x3 ax raised to the power 4 minus 2, 3 square. Now you are getting 4 minus 2 gives you ax square, and you need the expand this expansion up to the point until you are getting x square. So I have to open this expansion up to this point. After going to open, my value are becoming as 4c2 ax square, sorry, it's not a square, this is ax square times by a, which is equals to qx square. Then it's give me 54a, because x square will cancelled, 54a square is equals to q. That's the thing for q. Now I have to open the value of a and p and q in the equation number. For example, mark this equation as equation number 2, or you can also mark it as equation star. So put the values of p and q in this star. That gives you putting values of p and q in equation star. That gives you 15a square plus 54a square, which is equals to 276. That gives you 69a square, which is equals to 276. A square can be written as 276 over 69, and a square can be written as 4. After dividing, you need the value of a. This is a square, so apply square root on both sides. That gives you a is equals to plus minus 2. You know that whenever you just open a square root, you have two values. One of them is positive and other one is negative. And in this question there is no writing, just like you have to consider a positive value only a negative value. You have to just find the possible values of a. The value maybe could be negative, maybe in the negative form, maybe positive. No restriction is given to you. So you have to consider two values for this a. One is positive and other one is negative by using the square root property. Whenever you open the square root, you have answer in positive and negative form. So that's all about question number 2.